Aloha and welcome to Knitted Paradise. My name is Lucia and you can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Pearl of the Pacific. Today is May 14th. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. And this is episode 138, I believe. And I know it's been another 3 weeks, but last couple weekends were really crazy. Plus I didn't have anything to show because for a while I was working on a super secret test knit and it was all I was working on and I couldn't show anything. So I've now finished a couple other things, actually just one other thing, and I'm working on a pair of socks that I picked back up that I started a while ago. And yeah, so not a ton of knitting has been getting done because of life and work, but I do have some things to show you, and also I wanted to draw for a winner for last week, so I'll do that straight off, and because I already drew for it and I want to do it before I forget it. So the question last week was, how do you store your knitwear? And there were tons of great recommendations, so thank you guys so much. I went through more of my shawls and I think I'm gonna implement some of those, so we'll see. And so the winner was number 10, who is Knitty Cactus. So Lori, please get in touch with me and I will mail off your prize. And I picked a prize this week. So you are going to be getting this lovely shawl that I knit. The pattern is the Cool Clavicle Cover by Megan Williams. I think the yarn is Lorna's Laces, I want to say. And I love it. But it's small and I don't wear it. It's more of a shawlette. And but I love the colors, and the pattern's got this great like slip stitch textured pattern that's perfect for variegated yarns. But I find myself not wearing this very often, and so I wanted to pass this along to someone. So Lori, you're gonna get this, and I picked out a bag to go with it. So you'll get that, and you're gonna get this really cute sock bag, which I think is really fun. Just has some nice red on the inside. Nice drawstring with this, like, the locking thing. It keeps it shut, which is nice. So I'm going to send these both out to you. So let me know your address, either via Ravelry private message or Instagram private message. Either of those work. I do check those. So yeah, so let me know and I will get that mailed out to you. Alright, so let's get on to On the Island. I have one thing. I have a sock. This is a pair of socks. I think I showed the yarn a while ago that I'm going to knit for my sister-in-law. And this is No Makers Crikey's Batman colorway, and I think it's the House Gnome base. And the pattern that I'm doing is the bat chart that I came up with a while ago. And you can find it on Ravelry as a free download because it's just the chart, it's nothing else. But I knit my Batgirl socks like this with just the pattern like repeating up the front. You can't really see it because it's variegated, but you can kind of see it's in pearls. It's just knits and pearls, that's all it is. And so that's what that is. And I've been working on that for the past few days just because I needed something easy, and I'm almost probably finish this bat because I'm like halfway through one, and then do a few rounds of stockinette and then a cuff and be done with the first sock and start on the second. So that's kind of, I had started those a while ago and just needed something quick to pick up and knit for something, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about those. So I've been knitting on those this week because the week before that I finished something. So Set Sail, I knit the Hellebore shawl by Susie White of the Prairie Girls. And this is it. It's out of Malabrigo in the purple mystery color. I think it's Rios. It's this gorgeous like blue purple color. It's looking more blue on screen, but it's actually more purple in person. And they've got these, there's the color. That's it. So the edges are stockinette, and then there's this lace panel in the middle. And then there's a border. So this is not blocked yet. I just wove in the ends earlier today. So I need to soak and block this. But I had 2 shawls to block. One is the Super Secret Test Knit. And so that's soaking right now. And then I wanted to show this to you, not soaking wet. So I decided I would show it to you and then block it. So I'm hoping this lace, it's got this nice snowflake lace pattern in the middle. If I can kind of stretch it out and show it against the wall there. It's really hard to see in this dark color. But I think this is going to be really nice for winter and really warm. It's 2 skeins of worsted weight. I think this shawl calls for DK weight, but I had these 2 skeins and I was like, oh, I'm going to do that. So that's that shawl. I'm really happy with it. I can't wait to block it because right now it's kind of curly and stiff, but I think it's going to be really nice blocked out. And what I'm wearing today, before I forget, is I think it's called the Audrey Triple Wrap Shawl, knit out of Malabrigo lace. I think it was lace. I think it's Malabrigo. I know it's lace weight. It was the first lace weight shawl I ever knit. And I think it's Malabrigo. I don't remember. Anyway, it's in my project pages. You'll see it. But yeah, that's what I'm wearing today. And I knit most of this on my last trip to visit my dad's family in the Czech Republic, maybe a couple years ago. And finished it up during our adventure in Switzerland. I think I talked about that before, but anyway, we had an unexpected extra day in Switzerland, which was stressful and lovely all at the same time. But that's when I finished this, because I had to sit and wait for things to be done. So that was that. Upcoming, I also swatched for a sweater for my husband out of some... The cat is sitting on it, so otherwise I would show you. But it's Cascade 220 in the Shire colorway. It's this lovely dark green, and he's a huge Tolkien fan. And so I saw this color. He loves dark green, and he loves the Shire and Tolkien and things like that. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to get sweater's worth. And I've had it forever. So I decided I'm going to knit him a sweater. And so I picked a whole bunch, and then I sat down with him, and he told me kind of what he wanted, and so we picked one from that. And yeah, sorry, I just heard him text me in the other room. That's funny, as I'm talking about his sweater. And my phone's in the other room. He's not here, actually. He's at work. And so that's going to be coming up. I know the weather's actually kind of nice. It's chilly. It looks really nice outside. It looks sunny and warm, and then you go outside and it's a little chilly. So it's still sweater weather, kind of. I probably won't finish this in time for him to actually wear it before it gets too hot, but that's okay. It'll be ready for the fall. I also have some plans for some sweaters. I have my eye on a few. Not quite sure yet which one or which ones. I also have some shawls that I'd like to knit. So hopefully this afternoon I will have some time to wind some yarn. I also have some stuff around the house I need to do. But like that sock is going to get done in no time, and then I'm going to need something else to knit, and haven't had time to like sit down and think about it and plan. And so that's why I haven't had anything wound up and like ready to go. Normally I have a whole bunch of things on the needles, but they aren't things that are easy to take. They're things that need like actual thought or like looking at a pattern, and so they're hard to like take on a train or knit during rehearsal or things like that. So I need to make some plans of things. So the question I wanted to ask you guys today was, how do you plan your knitting projects? Do you, are you like me where you think of a project and then you buy yarn for it and then you knit it? Or do you just buy yarn because it's pretty and then figure out what to do with it? Do you go through periods of like, okay, I'm going to sit down with my stash and like assign projects or maybe just types of projects to things? I know I've done that because sometimes I buy yarn just because it's pretty and then I don't know what to do with it and it kind of stresses me out. So I sit down and I'm like, okay, this is going to be a shawl, this is going to be, you know, a hat, this is going to be a sweater, you know, whatever. And so I was kind of wondering how you guys plan out your knitwear. Do you plan, you know, do you just kind of, I don't think a lot of people just kind of cast on what they feel like casting on, which is great. That's kind of what it's for. You know, not a whole lot of deadline knitting, but is that, or do you plan ahead like for birthdays or Christmas or things like that? So I'm just kind of curious how you guys plan out your knitwear, or what you're going to knit, I guess, is more of the question. How do you plan what you're going to knit? Or do you plan it? Maybe you don't. That's okay too. Everyone's a little different, and so I thought this would be kind of interesting topic to talk about. You know, how we're all different. You know, we all love knitting, but we all kind of approach it differently. So I thought that was a really interesting idea. And the prize for that is going to be, I actually pulled it ahead of time, it's going to be this lovely bicycle sock bag with turquoise like triangle things, and it actually has pockets here. I forgot. This bag has 2 pockets, and it's great. And it's by Slip Stitch Studios. I don't know if you can read that. Anyway, it's got a drawstring with another one of those locking things, and it's a flannel actually. It's really soft. It's really cool, but it's got these bicycles on it and this nice thick, I don't know what this is called. It's not canvas. This nice thick handle thing. And it comes with a, what do you call these? DPN cozy? Needle cozy? And with snaps on it. But what I love about hers are that they also double as a notions pouch. So there's a zipper in here and a pocket. It's fantastic. I have a whole bunch of these, and I use them a lot. So there's a pocket, actually it's both sides, and so you can stick all sorts of things in here. And it's great because then it's always with your needles and you don't have to worry about it, and it matches the bag. So that is going to go together, and I'm also going to throw in some mini skeins that I got from L.E. Lacy Yarns that she gave me a while ago to give out as a prize, and I thought they matched the bag. So there's the bottom. So L.E. Lacy Yarns, you can find her on Etsy, and she makes some gorgeous things. I have a shawl out of her yarn, and it's these gorgeous tonal blues. All sorts of tonal blues, and there's a little progress creeper with scissors on it. I don't know if you can see that at all, but yeah, so this is going to be the prize for that. So let me know how you plan your knit, or if you plan it, or if you don't plan it, that's okay too. And I think that's it for today. Sorry I don't have a whole lot to show. I hope to do some planning today and get things wound up and with the appropriate needles in appropriate bags so that they're ready to go. And yeah, so that's kind of my plan for this afternoon, along with some other things. And calling my mother and my mother-in-law, of course. I called my mom and left a message, and then called my mother-in-law and had a nice long talk with her, so that was nice. There's a big time difference between me and both of them, because one's in Arizona and my mom's in Hawaii. So trying to find a time to call is kind of challenging sometimes, but I'm going to find some time to connect with both of them. And yeah, so happy Mother's Day to everyone. I hope you're having a lovely day, enjoying some warmer weather, or cooler weather if you're in the southern hemisphere, and spending time with your mothers or your children or whoever. So have a great week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!